I have an amazing guest and I know ya kwamba the testimony that she has, acha nikwambie, there is hope. Ushaona mtu mwenye anakunywa mpaka ile siku yenye hajatei, wacha nitumie lugha ya mtaa, like ana collapse. Yani ana faint ile serious. Mpaka inafika at a point ni kama mpaka anataka kujiuma ulimi. Lea Washeke is my guest today. And she's also your guest kwa sababu we are a family. Uhalisia family, okay? Na utasikia kwamba over 10 years alikuwa katika hiyo mitego ya kutei akiwa very serious. Lakini Mungu ni nani? Ati today she is here akitueleza vile ambavyo safari ilikuwa na pale ambapo amefika na vile ambavyo Mungu amekuwa ni dhahiri sana katika maisha yake. Let me tell you, you'll be blessed. Lea.
Yes.
Karibu.
Thank you.
Hi. You good?
I'm well.
Karibu sana katika makala ya Uhalisia.
Asante sana.
You know, tunapenda sana wakati ambapo tunapatana na mtu mwenye alikuwa mahali tu. Mahali yenyewe mpaka wasi walikuwa wanakuangalia wanajua yenyewe hii ni ngori. But God tu anakuja kwa njia zake tu. Anakutoa kwa hiyo situation and even those people who knew you wakikuangalia they are like, ni yeye. Yenyewe kama ni yeye kuna God mbinguni.
Yeah.
And I know ya kwamba pia you have been there, you know, you have walked, you know, kwa hiyo path. Na unajua, you know, how serious it is, you know, and how dangerous actually it is. Ati for 10 years, kutei, ilianza wapi? Na ukai.
Actually, nobody believes it. Nobody believes that I have drunk more than 10 years. Si kitu nilikuwa nimepanga. It's not something that I wanted, not something that I thought it would happen.
Yeah.
Nilikuwa normal. I was from a normal family. But my father used to drink.
Okay.
My father used to drink.
Okay.
But
Yuko high?
No, he passed on.
All right.
But because of his drinking, all his children hated drinking. Pia mimi. Sikukuwa napenda maneno ya pombe, sikuwa napenda maneno ya tei, sikuwa napenda hiyo ujinga.
Ile kabisa.
Kabisa, because I used to associate it with aibu. He used to alikuwa anatuibisha kwa estate because I grew up in an estate setting and people are mannered and people know each other. Picket fences kind of thing. Alafu yeye akikuja 3 o'clock akistaga, it used to be really embarrassing.
Alikuwa ni mtu wa
staggering all the way and the kids would see him staggering. Of course kuna saa zingine kwa anakuja kiimba. But it was an embarrassing situation. So we used to hate drinking. Mimi nakumbuka I used to hate it kabisa. So I never thought that I'd end up like him. The one thing that I hated, I didn't know I will end up like him.
What?
Sikufikiria nitawahi kunywa. Never in my entire life.
So ni nini kiliumania wapi?
Okay, like I said, me, I had my dreams, aspiration, kwa tu like any other person in the society. And at the age of 16, nakumbuka nilikunywa my first drink.
16 ulikuwa chuo?
Yes, I think nilikuwa form 2, kitu kama hiyo.
Yes.
Nilionja drink. Nikuionja, I didn't like it. Ilikuwa inaitwa Risho. Kulikuwa na sachets then. Nikaonja moja and ilikuwa kali, it didn't taste nice. So sikuipenda. So nikasema ndio kitu watu kunywa hata sitaki.
Ulionja mko na babeshte ama mko peke yako?
Shule in fact.
Yes.
These things, yes, these things start early. When you introduce to things, I was like, kitu ina taste vibaya. Hata siwezi itaka, ina taste vibaya and then it made me dizzy. So I didn't like it. So after that, kidogo, because when you introduce to something, it's bit.
Yes.
It's not that it comes once. So after that, the next time I drank, I think I was almost in form 4. So hapo ndio tukaanza because now I had friends who it could go out with. And then plus I'm feeling mature, I'm 18. What do you mean? I can go out. I can go out. I can dress up, I can wear my heels, I can wear my short skirts. But mostly ilikuwa because I wanted to go out and dance.
Yes.
But we forget that there's always an open door. Kuna mtu kwenyu who is drinking. An open door to drinking.
Kuna tu kamtego.
Yes, kuna kamtego.
Yes.
But there was an underlying problem that made me hooked up to alcohol.
And what was that?
So for me, when I was that 16, nikionja drinks, my dad relocated from Nairobi to another county. Something went wrong, job, and then he lost his job.
Uh-huh.
So he went to another county. Akatuambia he has gone to hustle for his kids because he has to provide. That was a good thing, yeah. But you see, there's a problem. When you're a parent, you don't leave your kids. Who will take care of them? So he went and relocated. It was a good thing but a bad thing at the same time. Because
so
of that,
in Amasa?
yes.
Yeah.
Na because of that, hiyo distance, kulikuwa na hiyo disconnection. Unajua baba yako kwa hao, dada kwa hao, kuna hiyo security.
Yes.
And then there's something about girls, we get our identity from our father. So when he left, there was a pain and like a void inside me. Sikuwa najua. Mi najua tu nilikuwa na feel pain. And then there was a loneliness and emptiness inside me.
You miss him, you're like...
Yeah, alafu nashindwa, what is this emptiness? I couldn't put my finger on it. Mi kakujuka tu nilikuwa na feel lost and I felt like I wanted to belong. But sikuwa najua nataka kubelong to where? Na to nani?
And for what?
Yes, for what reason? But there was a loneliness that I was trying to numb and to hide it. So when I met alcohol and the friends, I thought now this one, it will numb the pain I'm feeling. And I did not know that. Saizo,
your mom, anajua?
Then,
no.
Then parents hata wakukua that much involved in our lives. You know, when you're provided for, you go to school, uko na nguo, uko na nini, that's enough.
Yeah.
And uko home nyi wote. So she couldn't tell, in fact, then. Plus, when I started going out, si tulikuwa fun.
Yeah.
Si it's only on Fridays. Angejuaje, na nimesema nimeenda sleepover.
By the way.
I've gone a sleepover to my friends at Kathy's, at Wood, at Leah's, at Woo's. Atajuaje?
But in reality...
No, nimeenda clubbing.
When Tei,
yes, tushaanza. And then Tei inakupatia sense of happiness, a false sense of happiness. Inakufanya unafurahi, kitu hakuna. Unajua drugs...
When you're high.
Yes, and then drugs really promise you a lot. They promise and deliver nothing. Unajua inakupromise utakuwa happy, utaenda out, you are this brave person. If you are an introvert, inakufanya unakuwa extrovert, unaongea, you're happy. So it gives you a false sense of happiness.
Yeah.
Sasa na hiyo ndio niko natafuta. That false sense of happiness, I was looking for that joy.
Yeah.
So that I can hide the emptiness and the loneliness that I was feeling. So ikanipatia hiyo. Wow. But for how long? Because it's something that you want to feel constantly.
Yeah.
But you see, you drink and then you become sober. Kwanza hata sio hivyo, kwanza unakuwa high. By 11, si mmeingia 8. 11 you're like this.
Yes.
By 3 unabebwa.
Yeah.
So even what it was promising, it doesn't deliver.
Doesn't even happen.
And then in the morning when you wake up, ile shida bado iko. Ile loneliness bado iko.
The emptiness is still there.
So it's like you're trying to kuziba an endless pit.
Yes.
That does not get filled. So that's how I was. So unaamka asubuhi na unashindwa nao nimeamka. I'm feeling normal. I don't want to feel normal. So you go looking for friends again. So when I went to college, I still found the same friends. Nili hook up with the same kind of friends. I ended up with the same kind of friends. Tukitoka class tunaenda kukunywa.
So utawapata tu?
Somehow. Yes. I don't know how. It's like you attract each other.
And you're still trying to kind of kill this emptiness inside. But ukirudi sober,
you remember it's still there.
Imekukalia hivi.
Yes, it's like a backpack.
Yeah.
Ukiwa Tei, when you're drunk, nika umeitoa. But the moment you sleep like this and you wake up, it is waiting for you to carry it again. It is just waiting for you to wake up. It's like it wakes you up. Amka.
Yeah.
Amka. I'm still here. You haven't solved your issues.
So Tei unaitumia kama a temporary, solution.
Yes. To just like, it's a band-aid.
Yeah.
Lastoplas, you just put it there. But the wound is still there.
So, kukunywa.
Yeah. But when I was starting, it wasn't that bad. Because like I said, when I was starting, it was for fun. But you see, hii fun iko attached to pombe. Na hii pombe inanam kitu. So it's like vitumeshikana sequence of things. So me, I started with friends. With time, nikaanza kudrop friends. Now I'm just gravitated towards the alcohol. Sana nataka tu ile pombe. Hata sasa sitaki mabeshte. Nataka tu ile pombe. And then when you're starting, uko kwa clubs, and then after that, when it becomes worse, hata uoni use ya kwenda club anymore. It's a lot of work. You've already gotten your companion, your friend, and then when you're drinking with your friends, they tell you that alcohol doesn't disappoint you.
Yes.
Alcohol is my best friend. Mi napenda Tei. Haiwezi ni disappoint. Mi naipenda. And you keep on repeating it and repeating it. It's like you embody it. It becomes part of you.
disconnecting from other people.
Unaanza
Lakini sasa the connection between you
and alcohol, because it doesn't disappoint you, it will always be there for you.
Yeah.
It is your best friend. You start connecting and connecting and connecting, and then you embody it, and then it's like it becomes a part of you. I would buy alcohol and hide it in my purse, and then nakuja nakunywa peke yangu kwa nyumba. Do you know how bad that is? When you start hiding and drinking alone, in fact, when you start hiding anything, you have a problem. And by the age of 23 years old, I knew I had a problem. I knew I had a problem because now I was hiding it. Nikienda, I remember I was working. I used to hide it in my purse.
Okay, nambaka job.
Yeah. Hi. Because it shall become a problem. It has already become a problem. So I'd buy sachets early in the morning before I go to work. I'd go buy, I'd pitia kwa Wine Spirits, and then go buy the sachets and a pack of cigarettes, and then hide them.
Kwani ilikuletea pia rafiki mwingine?
Yes, it's like it's a package. You don't get one. You get a package, drinking and smoking, or drinking and something else. It's a package.
So ukaanza tena kusmoke?
Yes, I was smoking. So I used to hide them in my purse, and na beba nenda nayo. Like a small purse that somebody would not see it.
Umefika job morning, and then after 30 minutes, watu wamekuona and everything, you run to the bathrooms, and then you start drinking and you have your first cigarette, so that you come. Na utakuwa hayo ukiwa job?
Sasa hapo, that is the problem. For how long can you hide that? Because people will notice the person who entered here see the same person anaenda. Because by the time ifike lunch time, umeanza kuongea vitu hakuna.
Kai.
Umeanza kuongea vitu hakuna.
Ni ofisi?
Yes. Unahepa wadosi, utaki kwenda meeting, utaki kufanya kitu yote. I remember that time we used to do marketing. Unataka kukua nje all the time so that nobody will see you getting high pole pole. You don't want people to see you getting high.
Hey.
But you're getting high pole pole because you're sipping, going back, sipping, going back, sipping, going back.
Hii job uta maintain ama itafika mahali
So I think everybody noticed you have a problem because you are smelling of alcohol. It doesn't matter when uchukue chewing gums and all that, and you can still smell the alcohol.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody who doesn't drink will smell the alcohol. Somebody who doesn't smoke will smell the cigarettes. Hey, this one is not okay. Sasa hivyo ndio walijua.
So what will happen?
Then I think one of them, because we were close to my family member, aliwaambia, I think your sister has a problem. So she's drinking at work. So wakadecide kutry kunipeleka rehab. That was a mistake.
Why? Because
when they took me there, they took me for like 2 months. So the embarrassment that kila mtu amejua, I have a problem.
Yes.
Sijui now she's drinking. I got so upset. Nikawaambia, unajua ni hata sirudi hiyo job. Siendi hiyo job tena. I'm quitting. I'm not going back. So because of that, it's like nilikuwa very defensive. Kila kitu ni defense.
Yeah.
It's like you against the world. You're fighting the world. So I decided I'm not going back. And after deciding I'm not going back, so nikapata space ya kukunywa vizuri. I decided I'm not going back there. You have embarrassed me. Everybody knows now that I'm drinking. So I'm not going back.
So kazi hujafutwa ni wewe mwenyewe umesema?
Yes, niwe decide siendi. Sasa venye ni decide I'm not going back to work, I got a chance to drink properly. But now my parents will not allow me.
Yes.
Akakwambia hapana, you cannot sit home and idle. Why you idling in the house? Nini, go back to work. So nilikuwa natafuta sasa, nikasema sitafanya marketing, nitafanya sales. But guess what? Natafuta sales pale tutafanya sales za nini? Tea. You're young. Always kosa promotion, sales and promotions at tea. You can't miss them. They are all over. And of course you're young, they will employ you.
Na wewe ni dame.
Yes, yeah. They will give you the job.
Yeah.
You know, you're looking good, you're young, you're naive.
Yeah.
They will always give you a job. Sasa ukondo sasa tulipata kazi. Sasa I was swimming in alcohol. Sasa tunaenda tunapatiwa sample ni sisi tunajisample.
Guy, it's not a it's a serious thing.
Yes, I know, but I remember it and I'm like, that was crazy. Because samples zilikuwa zetu, we are given samples to go and give people, ama to go and give the people who are buying the alcohol. We sample ourselves. Yes. Tunajisample. By the time 3 o'clock ifike, we can't work because we are just too high. Hata tukiambiwa tuzipeleke supermarket, we sample them before we even take them there. That's how we used to do it.
So nendo ukiingia, sasa umefika mahali ni kama pro.
Sasa imefika mahali it is an addiction, but I don't know it's an addiction.
Yes,
but
yes.
now it's an addiction. You can't live without it now.
Yeah.
Every day you have to drink. Every
Yeah.
day you have to drink.
Yeah.
Lakini haujui that now it has become a part of you.
Sasa unajipanga like hata ukilipwa mshahara, are you in a position to kujipanga nini ama tena doyote tukiendanga?
It gets to that point, but mara ya kwanza, because you are hiding it, mara ya kwanza because you're trying to think you're still in control, you can still try to manage your money. Una try to buy because you want to look good, and you want to go out. And unajua ukikaa vibaya, nobody will invite you anywhere, and you're a girl, so you have to look good. So siku za mara ya kwanza, your money you can manage it. You'll still buy shoes, you'll still buy clothes, you'll still make your hair. Siku za fast.
The makeup,
you want to look nice so that you can still go out and people can accept you. But with time, because of the addiction can't let you. It can't let you.
Did you ever reach to that point?
Yes, I got to that point where now the addiction took over. Now it was more of the alcohol than sasa mimi. So I started neglecting myself and I gravitated towards the alcohol. Sasa nikaanza kujisahau. So nikitoka kwa nyumba I don't have to wear shoes. Navaa slippers ndio nihepe kwa hao so that my mom can't see me.
Asifikiria tumeenda, yes.
So utamwambia I'm just talking to somebody outside here, unavaa slippers. Na si slippers even cute. They're not nice. Just slippers, za bafu slippers. You wear them so that you run away from home. Ukimbie uende kunywe kidogo urudi. So my mom used to wonder, you people, I've just seen you like 1 hour ago. Now you're high. How? Umekunywa saa ngapi saa? Umetoka hapa ukakimbia ukakunywa saa ngapi? Na hii pombe mnapatiwangu na nani? Who gives you this alcohol for free? Because anajua alcohol, you have to buy alcohol.
Yes.
Na kwa nini umejilewesha hivi asubuhi 11? Umetoa wapi pombe? Na umetoka hapa tu sai.
So unatoka vizuri, nafika hapa nakuja, unarudi hivi.
Unarudi kibebwa. And then it is so bad because when it gets to the addiction, the moment you become sober, you can't stand being sober. You have to look for alcohol. It's like you become afraid of being sober.
So being drunk becomes your new normal.
Yes. You are so afraid of being sober that the moment umeamka hivi you're sober, you have to look for somebody to buy you a drink. First and foremost, you're shaking. You can't talk. You can't hold anything. Mtu akikwambia sasa uko fit like that, you can't talk. You can't hold a glass. Mtu akikupatia glasi unatetemeka hivi.
Kuna any other drug utatumia ama ni na kukunywa peke yake?
I'm thinking I was lucky because hizo mbili ndio zile nikubali. Kuna zile nilijaribu zikanikataa.
Did you ever try? What?
Yes, I tried weed, marijuana. I tried weed. And the smell, I couldn't stand the smell. The smell was too much for me. So hiyo ilinikataa. Thank you Jesus. Hiyo ilinikataa.
Kiroho safi.
Yes. And then I tried miraa. Because I had friends who used to do miraa. So they would call me, hey, Saturday, kuja, tunaenda kuchana. And they kaa chini, leo tunakununulia kila wewe. I don't know, they used to call it, I don't know, surba. Uko nayo, yao ni yako. So now, that one is another problem altogether. Because now you have to buy big gin, njugu, soda, nini. It's a process for you to get high. It's a process. Na umezoea, ili upige tu mara moja you're high. Instant results. So hiyo pia nilikuwa naona it's taking a lot of time. Kabla njugu, soda, sijufanya nini. I'm like no, this is not happening. This is a lot of work. So I refused that one. I said I don't want that one. Weed ilikatana na mimi. So the only thing that agreed with me was alcohol and cigarettes. But you see now the problem is alcohol is a very underestimated drug. It kills you. Withdrawals zake, it can kill you.
Did you ever reach to that point whereby you were just, you nearly died?
I got to that point because now you see, for me to get to that point, I had lost everything now. I had lost everything. I had lost my job. Now I couldn't go to work anymore because it was too much. I used to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning so that ningoje 6 daylight, I go to the bar. It's not the bar, Wines and Spirits. Wines and Spirits, because there were no bars open at that time. Wines and Spirits, we would knock somewhere. Tufungulie, so that we can buy alcohol. It was that bad. And then alcohol doesn't choose. So uko mko wewe, madaktari, nani, everybody who lecturers, the people who have become alcoholics.
The same WhatsApp group.
Yes, it's the same. You are rendered nothings. Mko na maslippers, zingine ni ya blue, ya red. Nywele, it looks like dreadlocks.
Maprofesa tu.
Nyi wote, you are rendered nothing.
Walimu, nani.
Hakuna, amujielewi, hata you can't introduce yourself. So you are, okay, you are a doctor, so what? We are drinking with you, teya, sijui 30 bob.
So unaniambia
nini?
You
and your doctors, you and your what? Nothing. Imagine, all of you, you're knocking. Please, tufungulie, tukunywe 6 in the morning. By the time 9 ifike, you are being carried home. Hauoni. When girls are going to school, they're looking nice, umebebwa. Na slippers, mara hauna viatu. Sometimes you'd go home, you don't have shoes on.
Uliwahi maliza kole?
My God, it can't allow you. It can't allow you to have anything. Alcohol steals everything away from you. Your identity, your dignity, your education. Like I said, you're a doctor, it doesn't matter. It steals that. If you have a family, it takes. Your family will leave you. And like for me, I wasn't married and I didn't have kids. But my mother and my siblings were so tired. They didn't want anything to do with me.
Because when I feel now you have become...
Now you are too much.
An unbearable burden.
You are too much.
Utaiacha at what point?
So when I got to a point where sasa I didn't have anything, the only thing I could do was wake up and go drink, wake up and go drink, wake up and go drink. I couldn't eat because now alcohol has a way of taking your appetite. So you have to drink so that you eat. So I couldn't eat. I lost so much weight. Now I can tell you this. By then, you couldn't tell kama mimi ni mtoto kijana ama msichana. I had lost everything. My hips, my body, breast, everything. Nilikuwa nakaa hivi kaa kijiti.
Number 1.
And then I was, color inatoka, inaenda. You can't tell if you are light or dark. You can't tell. Mtu hawezi jua wewe ni nini. You look like a it. You're not a he or a she. You look like a it. Because nobody can tell what you are. And the color goes, so nobody can tell.
And big eyes and what?
And alafu kama ni kukonda kichwa ndio imebaki. So nobody can tell what's wrong with you. So hapo ndo nilifika. And when I got to that point, it was that bad. My family, nobody wants to see me. I was rejected by, of course, society.
Yeah.
My family was tired. The community, no parent wants to see me with their girls because you're a bad influence.
Yeah.
And then to make matters worse, when mtoto msichana, you're a bad influence. Nobody wants to see you. Can you imagine being rejected like with the whole world?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody wants anything to do with you. That's hapo nilifika.
Na ni kama you have already rejected yourself anyway.
Of course you hate yourself. You know, people think that, oh, if I call you useless and all that, that you'll change. Guess what? By the time you're talking to me useless, I feel useless.
Already?
Yes. So when it got to that point, I used to faint. It's like I collapse. It's a withdrawal that you go through in alcohol when you drink too much. Yes. When you don't drink. When you don't drink or you stop drinking immediately, you collapse like somebody who is epileptic. Unakauka hivi, you bite your tongue, you look like somebody who is dying.
It happened to you?
Yes, so it happened that unaweza anguka kwa barabara, nilianguka kwa barabara, kwa matatu, anywhere, palita kushikia. Unaanguka, you can get hit by a car, it doesn't, palita kushikia. You faint kabisa and unatetemeka hivi, unakauka like this.
For like how long?
I don't know, for like, 2-3 minutes or something. And then ukirudi, you can't recognize anyone. You are confused. You can't recognize anyone. You don't know who is who. And kabla urudi.
Na itaishia wapi? Because now I know. Itaishia wapi?
So after that, that's when I decided I'll die, but that it will not be because of alcohol. And when I said that, when I made that choice that, God, I'm not going to die because of alcoholism, I became so sick. I went to the hospital and I was given medication. By the time I finished drinking that medication, niliambia God sirudi. I am not going back. And after that, I gave my life to Christ.
Ooh.
And I never went back.
Watu walikuwa naamini ni wewe?
Watu walikuwa wanatolea testimony hata before nifike, napata watu walishatoa testimony. Oh, aliacha kukunywa and everything, everyone was so happy. Akina
madhe, akina nani?
Yes, and you know, people thought that I was about to die. So wanashindwa, huyu mtu tulikuwa tunaenda funeral kwao, amefufuka. They couldn't tell.
Ulikuwa kama maiti yenye.
Yeah, I was a dead person walking.
Yes.
I was a dead person walking, and then after a few months, wanaangalia wanaona, you're alive. Yeah, because there's a woman who asked my mom, na mtoto wako akikufa utalia? Because
when you used to be there.
Yeah, because I was already dead. So they were like, huyu hata akikufa utalia kweli? That was a painful question to a parent, to a mother, but I was looking that bad.
Yeah. Yes. So it's a decision that you made ya kwamba nikitoka katika hiyo hospitali, Mungu mimi sirudi huko.
Na sitairudi.
Wacha nikufe juu ya kitu kingine chochote lakini si pombe.
Yes, that's what I said.
And God heard your prayer.
And God heard my prayer. And after that, I never went back. In fact, I ran to church and gave my life to Christ. That's what I did.
Na kuna wakati uliwe
sikuwahi hata ni, in fact what I did is run away from the friends that I had.
Disconnection.
Yes, because they used to look for me every single day. They used to look for me. So what I did is just disconnect from them. Nikamwambia mimi sitaishi maisha yenu tena. Nimejaribu imenishinda, let me try something different.
Yeah.
Yes.
And all this is happening after more than 10 years
of drinking every day.
In that prison.
Yes, in that bondage of drinking.
Not having any freedom to choose how your life is going to be. Your life was being dictated by alcohol.
Yes. I never had choices. Sikukuwa naweza amka asubuhi I say that I can do something na nifanye. I couldn't.
Address that gentleman, address that lady, address that father, address that mother, address that child. Mwenye yuko kwa hiyo, kwa sababu unajua hata mtu mzima ni mtoto wa mtu. You know, mwenye ako kwa hiyo prison na anajaribu kuangalia kwenye anaweza tokea, anaona kana kwamba hakuna hope. Hebu ongea naye like in a minute.
For me, I'd say that I've seen what God has done. Na mimi, I never thought that I'd make it. But I think any addiction, take it to God. Don't take it to your parents, don't take it to your friends, take it to God. Because the Bible has said that Jesus died for us to give us freedom. When I realized that nimeshapatiwa freedom, I don't have to be addicted to anything. That's when ni kama macho zangu zilifunguka nikasema, you know what, instead of running to a drink, let me run to God.
Wow.
And because of that, I am here telling a testimony that I drank for more than 10 years and now I'm a person who's productive in the society again.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can actually confirm ya kwamba God saves.
God saves and sets people free. Na hafanyangi a half-baked job.
No.
Akikuset free, amekuset free.
Amen.
Aye.
Now, you have a book.
Yes.
Hebu tuambie faster kuhusu hii book.
So this is Broken. My book that I wrote, Broken to Focus. The reason why I wrote it Broken to Focus is because I was so broken when I started to do what? To drink.
Yes.
And when I ran to God, I focused on God. And because of that, I have put my testimony here. It was a painful testimony, but somebody told me, this is not your testimony, this is God's testimony. And there is hope. Not only for you, but for everyone else who ako kwa shimo ingine yote, any other addiction, any other addiction, drugs, prostitution, masturbation, pornography, even cell phones, smartphones, everything. That you're committing suicide because you don't have followers, everything. I'm telling you, God is the only one who gives people the peace that I was looking for, the joy, the identity. Now I no longer have to look for friends. Ati sasa nitafute friends ndio nisikie. Now I'm lea washeke. Now I know who I am. Now you can't call me useless. Nilie venye nilikuwa nalia. Nilikuwa nasikia useless, nasikia woi mimi ni useless.
Jamani.
But now you can't call me useless and it affects me because now I know who I am. Hiyo identity nilikuwa tafuta kwa pombe na kwa marafiki na mabeshte na tei niliipata kwa God.
And of course Jesus is the only friend that sticks closer than even a brother.
Yes.
So Broken to Focus. You are broken. Lakini mpaka saa hii Mungu akafanya mambo kivyake na wewe ukachukua hiyo hatua ya imani. The focus lady now I'm talking to today.
Yes.
And there's no going back.
There's no going back. I will never go back. I will never let the devil terrorize me and torment me the way he did.
Now that you have that kind of a testimony, there's a blessing. Not only, kwa life yako, lakini pia kwa mtu mwingine mwenye amesikia who should, because it's it's big. Hata vile venye hatuna time tunaweza ongea maybe for more than an hour. I think maybe one of these fine days utakuja kwa show ya Raushwa. Ukuje live and we talk about it and people will ask questions, utajibu. But nilikuwa nataka kukuuliza, mtu akitaka kubonga na wewe, mtu mwenye anataka tu kusaidiwa, unapatikananga?
Upatikana. And niko YouTube.
Tupe hizo nini zote, social media nini?
I have
kuna simu nataka tupe.
Yes, I after God saved me, I decided to help other people like me.
Yeah.
So nikakuwa na program, nikakuwa na mentorship program called Broken to Focus. And watu wako broken just as me. And I want them to be focused. So program yenyewe inaitwa What Above Jewels.
Okay.
So kitype What Above Jewels, niko kwa social media, niko kwa Facebook, niko kwa Instagram,
Twitter,
to everywhere.
Okay.
So and hata kwa kitabu yangu there's contacts, there's phone number, everything.
You can give us the phone number if you have it offhand.
0722 42 70 53.
0722
42 70 53.
Yeah.
Yes.
A Gmail account, labda mtu anaweza kukutumia labda ujumbe hapo.
washekelea@gmail.com.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. May God bless you, guy. More than 10 years and here you are. Na hata ukai ni kama ushaioja pombe. Na ni venye umesema ya kwamba Mungu akibadilisha abadilishi nusu. Ataacha tu change hii alafu ingine baadaye. Amekulipia deni, you know. Nimeshukuru sana. Na pia nikiamini kwamba mpenzi mtazamaji, we do you have an excuse ya kusema sasa, you know, mimi ninaona ni kama yangu imeshindikana, na yeye mpaka aliacha mpaka na kazi, akaanza kama ni kazi anatafuta tu zenye zinaendana na kutei. And today she is here. Amefika mpaka na mahali wakati ambapo hanywi anaanguka, like anazimia, mpaka anataka mpaka na kuuma mpaka na ulimi, mara amezimia kwa matatu, mara nini, and then finally this day came. Hey, amekwenda hospitali, akitoka hospitali akamwambia Mungu, mimi sirudi huko. Mama, sirudi huko. And God heard her prayers. Today she is here. Can I prophesy ya kwamba next time it will be you? In the mighty name of Jesus, you'll have a testimony. Kamete is my good name. Hadi wakati mwingine, Gongoi.